In this video, I am exposing the fitness industry. What I mean by that is there's a lot of things going on in the fitness industry right now that, quite frankly, I really hate. I think is very dishonest and misleading. And I'm seeing it from my side and my role in the fitness industry because I've been a personal trainer for over 10 years. I've been an online coach who creates content on the internet, and I've connected with a lot of other coaches and professionals in the industry. So I see a lot of these things from behind the scenes, but you as a, I guess, consumer or someone who is a gym goer may not be aware of some of these things. So my hope is that either you find this somewhat interesting or you become aware of some of the things that are being marketed to you and some of the things that maybe aren't so honest that, might be being shown to you on social media that, helps you make more knowledgeable decisions on what you purchase, what you sign up for, what you buy. And, if it helps even just one person to do that, then I feel like it would be worth it making this quick video. And I have a few things written down here that I'm going to mention that I really don't like about what's going on in the industry. The first one I want to talk about is the blatant lying in order to sell a program or product. And in many cases, this has to do with steroids and performance enhancing drugs, illegal drugs that people on social media are taking, whether they're influencers or professionals, people who are, have eyes on them on social media, and they're taking steroids, performance enhancing drugs to look absolutely shredded, to look their absolute best. And they're basically not telling you that they're doing that. They're lying about it. And then on the backside of it, they're selling you a program or they're selling you supplements that make people think they can look like that person if they just use their supplements or they just do their 6-week program. And one of the big kind of scandals that was very public within the last year was Liver King. This guy who has millions and millions of followers across social media, has went on dozens of podcasts and videos and shows and straight up has said that he's a natural athlete and someone who's natural, who's never used performance enhancing drugs time after time after time, and was basically saying that the reason he's so jacked, even though he's, getting older, is because he lives this primitive lifestyle where he eats, raw liver and organs, and he trades a certain way, and he sells supplements and he sells programs and things on the back end. And essentially he was caught. It was leaked from a past trainer of some sort of his who knew his exact steroid cycle, and it turns out this guy's spending like $10,000 to $15,000 a month on performance enhancing drugs, and he had to basically come out and own up to it.
I'm making this video to apologize because I f***ed up, because I'm embarrassed and ashamed, because I lied and I misled a lot.
And even though I'm singling him out right now, the truth is this is going on across social media and going on across the fitness industry, where there's thousands and thousands of people doing the same exact thing. Essentially saying, I'm totally natural, I'm not doing anything illegal, and then they're selling you a program or a supplement or whatever it is they have, and essentially lying to the public. Another thing that I'm really disliking in more recent years, the last 3 to 4 years, is people who are saying anything to go viral on social media. Over the last few years, we've had this rise of short form content, right? Videos that are between 0 and 30 seconds or 60 seconds, and people can gain a lot of followers very quickly through this short form content. And it's almost been like an attention grab. People are trying to say the most bold things or go out of their way to say things they know will get people stirred up and people will go crazy about, just because they know it will lead to more views and it will lead to more followers. And there's this trend in the fitness industry of people walking through grocery stores, picking up any random foods they can and basically saying that they're gonna kill you. And basically saying that, they're super unhealthy. There's people doing this with vegetables. There's people doing this, with any products that are even totally fine for you.
Broccoli is bullshit. I say this in some of my short form content, and I recently just got called out for saying there's not randomized controlled trials in humans to say that broccoli is harmful.
Posting the OG of protein powders. This one is trash.
And there's been this shift because of this in the fitness industry of not necessarily who's the best coach or who can actually help their clients and help their audience to get in better shape and be healthier, but instead it's who can go the most viral, who can get the most viewers, who can get the most followers. And generally that's been done by people who are saying the most outrageous things. Something that's always grinded my gears in the fitness industry is how misleading supplement companies are. Supplements is one of the hardest areas to figure out and become knowledgeable as a consumer, because there's not too many rules around what marketing can or cannot be used. And a lot of these supplements straight up say right on the label or right there, on the website or in GNC or on Vitamin Shop, this supplement builds muscle, or this supplement burns fat, or this supplement raises testosterone. When really there's not a compound or a supplement that you can buy over the counter that will literally remove fat from your body, or that will literally add muscle mass to your body just alone by itself. It's my opinion that claims like that should be actually illegal. It should be criminal to make someone think if they drink a Celsius that they're gonna burn fat, or that if they have one protein shake that they're gonna build muscle from that. I'm a big fan of protein powders, but you don't build muscle just from having a protein shake each day. You build muscle from strength training near close to failure, training really hard 3 to 4 to 5 times a week, every week for months and years at a time, while also eating the right amount of food and the right amount of total protein week after week, day after day to stimulate new muscle tissue being built. That doesn't happen just because you're taking a protein shake. Same with fat loss. Your body loses fat once you're being in a calorie deficit. You're burning off more calories per day than you're actually consuming. So you're eating in a calorie deficit, not just for one day, not just for 2 days, but for several weeks and several months consistently. And no Celsius energy drink or no fat burning pill is going to by itself make you lose more fat. These supplement companies are master marketers, and it's incredibly misleading to the average person who does want to get in shape, who does want to do all the things that will give them an edge and give them the best opportunity to see results. But people are relying too heavily on supplements because they think it's the quick fix. They think that that pill or that powder will legitimately give them better results. And people are spending hundreds and thousands of dollars because of this. Don't get me wrong, I'm not against supplements. I think certain supplements have their place. I use a protein powder. I use a pre-workout supplement. I use creatine monohydrate, but I don't expect that any of these things are my holy grail. I haven't built over 35 pounds of muscle throughout my adult life because of creatine or because of protein powder. I've done it because I've been training 5 times a week for 13 years, and I've been tracking my macros 7 days a week for the last 7 or 8 years. So by all means, try all the supplements you want to try, but be very hyper aware of what it says on the label and why you're actually purchasing it. There's no over-the-counter supplements that are gonna boost your testosterone levels. This is one of the most popular style of supplements in the men's category right now, is these test-boosting supplements that they call them, and they make people sort of be misguided into thinking taking this pill once a day is gonna actually raise their testosterone levels. If you have low testosterone level and you're having side effects from that, and you need to raise them and you need to get your hormones fixed, you need to see a doctor. You need to see a clinician who can get you on a solution, which is generally going to be like TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, which is you literally go to the doctor or do it yourself. You get an injection like at a certain frequency, whether it's once a week or a couple times a week, to balance out and get your testosterone into a healthy range. But you're not gonna buy a $50 supplement and all of a sudden your testosterone levels are gonna be through the roof and you're gonna be this wild animal who's building a ton of muscle. The next thing I've seen a lot of in the fitness industry amongst influencers is them promoting their programs or routines and selling them as if they are personal coaching. So there's a massive difference between buying a one-off cookie cutter program from someone where you go to their webpage and it's $50 or $100 or $200 and you don't have any communication with that person, with that influencer or coach or whoever it is. You don't talk to them at all on the phone. You don't have any sort of email communication directly with them. You just go to their website and purchase it, right? And check out on your cart and it emails the routine and the program right over to you. That's an automated cookie cutter program program that has nothing to do with you, right? It is not personal coaching. That person is not coaching you on an ongoing basis. You're not communicating with that influencer every week or every day or every month. They're not creating a routine specifically for you as an individual based on your injury history, your build, your height, your weight, your age, the equipment you have access to. They're not adapting that program over time. They're not setting macros specifically for you based on their knowledge and professionalism, and then helping you adapt those macros over the coming months based on how hungry you are, what results you're seeing. They're not doing check-ins with you. So if they're not doing any of these things, you're not getting coaching from this person. You've just gotten an automated cookie cutter routine that they've sold to 10,000 other people as well. And it's hard to differentiate this still because it's still a somewhat new area of online coaching, but there's a massive difference between actual coaching with a personal trainer who is in contact with you on an ongoing basis week after week, and just buying a one-off program or meal plan that, you know, from someone who you never actually speak to or have any communication with. And I've had clients before who've said they've been burned this way. They thought they were getting coached by this, you know, Instagram model who has 1 million followers, and they thought this was their coach, but they never had any communication with them. They never had any support or accountability from them. They simply just purchased a program off their website. So if you're looking to hire a coach, or if you're looking to get into, you know, working with someone as your coach, make sure you do your research. Make sure you actually communicate with them either on the phone or on Zoom or over email, and understand what you're going to be getting from the coaching. What sort of accountability, what sort of communication, what can you expect from working with this person before you actually go ahead and sign up. All of these things have really kind of gotten under my skin over the last several years, because with the rise of social media, things are getting a little bit more dishonest, a little bit more fake. People are putting on a mask to show to the world only what they want the world to see, and it's not always the truth. And if you're here watching this and, you know, part of this channel, you're certainly someone who cares about your fitness and wants to take care of yourself, and is someone who works out and wants to eat well. And I feel like it's important you know about some of these things that are going on so you can be aware of what to look out for, what's true, what's honest, what's logical to you, what makes sense, and, you know, what kind of things to put up red flags about. I know this was a little bit of a different style video. I hope this was somewhat informative. If you liked the video, consider subscribing. I make new videos every single week, but the rant is over. I'll see you on the next video.